Yesterday, my friend Katherout responded and tagged me in a tweet that said, "Are people in Alaska doing okay?" I just realized I've never seen a person who lives in Alaska tweet before. Okay everyone, we are going to Costco. This is my second time going anywhere. I think in 15 days, in 2 weeks. We are not going to the grocery store as much as possible, or Costco, but today's the day that we go.
Why do you even bring a purse?
Back there? Yeah. I just left it in here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
For the last time.
Oh.
Of these beautiful baskets.
You know what it means, right? Usually.
That you're sick?
Yep.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be careful because you're Asian. I'll protect you with my death glare.
He's wearing it. He just put it on. He's just debating. Should I put it on or not? Do I look like a
He saw us.
fool?
He just looked at himself in the mirror.
Ready?
Yeah, let me get my purse though.
What do you need your purse for?
Hand sanitizer, gloves over here.
What? Only one?
Empty Costco so far.
My ears are just falling apart. Like,
It's because you didn't put them on right.
I know, but it keeps coming down.
You're not even covering your nose fully. You don't have it on right.
Okay.
Ow!
Dumbass. Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, let's go before it gets super crowded. Okay. Hate flash. Don't touch your face.
I know, I'm not. Holy shit, I'm hot.
Don't touch your face, man.
I can't.
Don't put it back on your face then. Dot from Costco here. Some people have masks on, but not a ton. And people are still pretty close. Did pretty good, except I wanted these chips, but otherwise pretty healthy, pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna go disinfect my camera. I kept my mask on so I wouldn't touch my face. Those are not comfortable to wear. When Corona first came out, I think it was the CDC and the Surgeon General were like, masks do absolutely nothing. There is research that masks are actually helpful for spreading, because if you're sick and you're wearing a mask, I mean, it's harder for you to spread, but also for staying safe. It's a layer of protection. I have been playing around with this idea of starting a book club or like journaling club. This would be based around like creativity. I would just donate like 100% of the profits to Corona And a part of that, I think, would just be providing masks to the people at the front lines. And obviously the priority should be for healthcare workers, and also I even think people who, like grocers and delivery people. No one in Costco is wearing masks. I don't know if they choose to or if they just don't have them. These are the people that are like keeping our society running. So I think that we should all normalize wearing masks when we're out to stop the spread and also to protect yourself. My dad's a doctor, and while he's not on the front lines fighting corona, he's still seeing his patients and doing what he can to make sure that his patients' lives are healthy, and he's still doing necessary surgeries, and he's been exposed to a corona patient. So for me, if I go to hang out with my friends, even though I'm one person and they're only hanging out with one other person, I'm putting them at risk because I've been exposed to someone who's been exposed, and you just never know who's sick or not because you don't show symptoms. I tweeted this, but basically what you're doing yesterday is your today. Your past is your present. Everything affects it. So everyone do your part, stay inside. My dad's a doctor, my brother's a doctor, my cousins are nurses. We should all be doing our part as much as possible to not expose anyone else or put anyone else at risk. I have been doing a ton of research just on Twitter. Twitter was really accurate in predicting this, or not predicting, they were just taking information from different parts of the world and then applying it to here. Twitter has been the best resource for me so far. So if you see anything in this video that you're gonna comment on and be like, oh, this is unnecessary, we're still gonna do whatever we're doing. Our mayor actually shut down the city, I think pretty early. We've been on lockdown for a little while, and I think our state borders are also closed, and you cannot travel interstate either. A lot of Alaska is very rural and there are villages, so having someone travel within villages would spread disease and the virus, obviously, as we know. It's not ideal at all, this pandemic or this virus, but it kind of is happening, at least for Alaskans, at the ideal time, because it's spring, it's starting to warm up, the snow is starting to melt, so even if we're all confined to our homes, at least we can kind of enjoy our front door or our patios or just walking outside. So that's a really good thing. It's currently April 2nd, and it just started snowing again. It wasn't snowing, it hasn't snowed in a really long time, but here we are. So the beginning of springtime in Alaska, we call it breakup season. All the snow is starting to melt and break up. You see all of the poop that people didn't pick up from walking their dogs. You see like all the leaves that were under there, the stuff that's unearthing from like the ice and the snow. You can feel the changes in the seasons, and they're really symbolic. Springtime and breakup season is just leading up to summer, where there's truly like no better place in the world to be other than Alaska in the summertime. Pre-worldwide pandemic, I actually really hated running. Couldn't control my breath, so I would die every single time, and it was not fun. The past 3 years of going to yoga, I kind of think I learned how to expand my breathing. So I have been running, and every time my mom comes with me, because we're both kind of just like chilling at home. My dad is a doctor, so he's been going to work every day. His expertise is not really anything to do or what they need people to do for coronavirus, but he is a doctor, and if we run super low of resources, then they might need him. And he is also a retired colonel in the Army, and he said that the Army sent out a mass email asking surgeons to re-enter, but they weren't really looking, at least now, for what he does. He's a urologist. They're looking for like anesthesiologists. But I think it's all just really interesting. I think it's all like just really interesting stuff to think about. Like, we're not really sure what could happen. And as we've already seen so far, a lot of stuff has happened that we just would never imagine happening. So it's always good, I think, to think of like the next step, or just to take those type of precautions, or just take that kind of thinking, not the panic think, but to make sure that you're like informed and like aware of what's going on. So yeah, what me and my mom do best to support him when he has to leave the house and has to take care of his patients is just to not get sick and to socially distance. And again, I want to start helping somehow, so I want to start that book club. Okay, but I have not run for 3 years, and the only reason why I started running is because there was a worldwide pandemic that forced everyone to be inside their homes. And I got really restless. Luckily in Alaska, there is a ton of space here where we can all kind of spread out and all go outside and all enjoy the outdoors and really not run into a single person for miles and miles and miles if you didn't want to. So I was kind of upset that it was snowing because I can't run, but now that it's snowing and I get to look at it, I am happy again because I honestly just love snow so much. It's just so pretty outside. I'm gonna show you guys from upstairs. My outfit. I thrifted this top though, and I think it's actually really cute. I just love watching snowfall so much. I think it's one of the most beautiful, relaxing things in the world. April 2nd. It's a nice little change of scenery, honestly. Mom's been cooking every day.
When do I not cook every day?
You've been cooking something new every day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, new every day, yes.
Yeah.
Might as well nothing else to do.
True. You make that?
Mm-hmm. I always make my salsa. Move over.
And doing chair pose. Potatoes. Backseat driver. I forgot to cut the potatoes in quarters with all the salsa excitement. Hot potato. Might have used too much cream. How's it going?
What is it, day 17? I'm going to be taking this down to Zoom, my meeting at 6.
Zoom, you. Oh, by the way, Zoom stock went down. They've been getting a lot of bad PR for their privacy issues. Elon took Tesla off of Zoom, and some other founder is criticizing him, but I think it'll go back up.
So.
What is this?
Tiger King, dude. White trash Game of Thrones. It's just brilliant.
I kind of have 3 guidelines for Corona daily routine. My first one is to not drink during the weekdays. Like today's Thursday and I was watching Tiger King with my parents and I was like, wow, this would be really nice with like a glass of wine. For me, it's like if I have 1 glass, then I'll probably have 2. I kind of get a headache, so like what's the point of drinking every night, even if it's just like a little bit. The second one that I try to do is exercise daily, and this one is not like a hard you have to exercise every day. I'm usually exercising like 4 times a week, maybe 5. It just really helps my like mental state, anxiety, and it gives me something like fun to do and get endorphins and raise my heart rate. I've been doing like yoga classes and like guided exercise classes. And the last thing that I make absolute sure to do every day is floss and brush my teeth and wear my retainer. I feel like if you're kind of in a pandemic slump, you're just not feeling motivated to do stuff, or you're in a bad place, just setting really basic goals like that. And if you do those things, you kind of win that day, setting yourself up for healthy, productive habits for this like long month ahead. I also have a buddy to do this with, so like we're on the same page, tell each other if we break our rules or whatever, and it's been really like a motivating factor for me at least. The only things I've really bought on Amazon to keep me entertained are fountain pen refills. I also have a refillable cartridge, and I also bought a new journal, and I bought Muji pens. Bought this for my notes. I found that coding notes are really hard to take unless you're doing different colors. I'm also gonna start writing in my journal just different topics with different colors. I hope this was somewhat entertaining, and let me know how you guys are all doing. I'm gonna journal and go to bed. Thanks for watching. Bye.